Hello everyone, good day to all. It's me, Mike, Mr. Typhoon Padua, returning to our latest weather analysis for this Wednesday evening. And this is valid until Friday, August 19 to 21, 2026. English version brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. I would also like to thank our partners, Aboitiz Power, and the local government of Naga City headed by our Honorable Mayor Lenny Robredo and our Honorable Vice Mayor Gabi Bordado. So we have a tropical depression which has been upgraded by Pagasa, and that was yesterday afternoon. It was named Neneng, and other agencies remains it as a low pressure system. And the southwest monsoon continues to affect the western sections of our country, western Luzon, Mimaropa, particularly Mindoro, which has been bombarded with back-to-back rainfall, but today it has slightly improved, and it returned back over Metro Manila and western sections of Zambales, and right now it has started to weaken a bit, but there are still some chances of rainfall tomorrow. And before we begin, here's the latest global tracks, global map from cyclonicwx.com. And we have 4 systems right now over the Central Pacific because of the ongoing Super El Nino. We have an active basin at the moment, 90L, which is a weak tropical depression and 45 kph. It's not yet classified as a TD. And we have Hurricane Lala, which passed very close to the southern tip of Hawaii, and it's now moving towards the west, closing in to the international dateline. So this is the international dateline, but in the next couple of days, Lala is expected to move towards the north and eventually weaken, or it might transform into an extratropical cyclone. It depends on the conditions in the northern part of its track. So Lala right now has sustained winds of 215 kph. It's category 4, and it's likely to be at that level because of very warm sea surface temperature, because of the ongoing Super El Nino, and the oceanic heat content here is so high. That's why it manages to reach almost super typhoon strength. So it's a category 4 system, but it's far away from any landmass. Even here in our country, it's 6,000 kilometers. And here over the Western Pacific, we have 2 systems. By the way, LPA 94W has been removed because of its dissipating nature, and we only have 95W, which is currently at 35 kph, LPA approaching Hainan. And here's the one that we are going to observe in the coming days, Tropical Storm Saudel. So it's a system that is forecast to become a category 4 almost a super typhoon, but on the conditions of the Western Pacific right now, it could reach super typhoon intensity. So we are going to observe this in the coming days, but the threat to our country is very, very low, highly uncertain yet. And the forecast track we are going to show to you later. So here's the latest GraphSat from Typhoon 2000, which we created just this afternoon. So we have here tropical disturbances, or LPA 95W, which has been upgraded to medium chance of becoming a tropical cyclone within the next 24 hours. And here comes Neneng, which is, for me, is still a monsoon depression. It's a type of disturbance wherein at the core, it has a very light winds, but along its periphery, it has sustained winds at a tropical depression level of 45 or 55 kph. So it's along the periphery where the strongest winds of this monsoon depression are located. So Right now, it has lower chances of becoming a tropical depression, and as of this time, it has been removed. So most likely, Pagasa will be downgraded. It will be downgrading it into a low pressure area later tonight or tomorrow. So this is Neneng. So these two systems continue to enhance the southwest monsoon across the western sections of Luzon, including Mindoro and Panay, as well as the Cucuyu Archipelago, northern Palawan, and including areas like Boracay, Romblon. There are some showers passing by. Here over the Bicol region, it has improved for the past 24 hours. The last rainfall occurred last night, up to 15 millimeters here in Naga. So it has been a nice day, windy with some sunshine and cloudy skies, but there's an absence of rainfall for today. And over the Western Pacific, I'm going to show to you, let me move back here, the tropical depression 17W, which has now been named as Saudel. So that's the tropical cyclone right now. It's moving towards the northernmost part of the Marianas. A little turn to the west will affect Saipan once again. So we are monitoring this as it moves towards the northwest. As of this time, most of the computer models are not showing a track towards the landmass of the Philippines. So that's good news. Okay, and let me show to you the latest on the fast animation from the University of Wisconsin Tropical Cyclone page. And here's the LPA 95W moving towards the Hainan area. And this is LPA 94W, which has been upgraded by Pagasa as Tropical Depression Neneng, but it looks like it's becoming more an open wave because of its scattered circulation. So most likely it could be downgraded into a low pressure area later tonight by Pagasa. It depends on the decision of the forecasters there. Okay, some of my friends there are forecasting it. So kudos to all the staff at Pagasa for a good forecasting skill. And we have here a subtropical low. This is LPA 96W. It has a characteristics of a subtropical cyclone and a tropical cyclone. So it's currently to the east of Japan. Not expected to pose any threat. Okay. And I forgot to show it to you. So here, it's on the edge of my screen. There you go. So it's just a subtropical system, nothing to worry about. Now let me take a look at Saudel. So it has developed a central dense overcast with improving spiral banding counterclockwise. And this system is expected to move towards the northwest, and it might pass over Agrihan within the next 2 to 3 days, and it's likely within the next 48 to 72 hours it might reach typhoon intensity because of a very good atmospheric environment and suitable for rapid intensification. And as we take a look at the latest on the zoom in satellite animation from Windy to show to you the effects of the southwest monsoon, right now the heaviest of the rainfall is over western Pangasinan and La Union, the mountainous areas of Benguet, CAR, including southern part of Ilocos Sur. These areas will have on enough rainfall, some heavy, intense, but it's on an occasional fashion. Okay. And here over Metro Manila, it has been improving for the past few hours. So let's see for the forecast for tomorrow. If it will improve, we are going to show to you later. here over the Visayas and Mindanao is enjoying perfect weather, no rainfall. It's definitely dry because of the ridge of high pressure, a near equatorial high pressure ridge over the area of Mindanao. This is another part of the trough of tropical storm Saudel, which is moving towards Yap and Palau. Now, let's take a look at the latest cyclone bulletin number 5 from Pagasa. So, under update, as of 5 p.m., it has weakened while moving west-northwest over the sea east of central Taiwan. So, for the next 36 hours, this system is eventually going to weaken into a remnant low. So, it has no direct effect to our country. It might only bring scattered rains across northern Taiwan and the continuing pull of the southwest monsoon. So it has downgraded to 45 kph. Okay, and no signals are being hoisted across the country because of its location, which is far away. And here's their track. Nothing to worry about. Okay, and for the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, there you go. We have here 96W, 94W here, and a medium chance for 95W. And it looks like these two systems will not be a tropical cyclone, okay? While this one is the one that we are going to watch. There are some of the forecast models showing it to move towards Taiwan at the end of the forecast, 5-day forecast, okay? And here's the track from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Within the next 3 to 5 days, they are forecasting it to be near super typhoon strength of 230 kph. And the Philippine area of responsibility is located here. So we're creating the power line. So that's the power line. So once it enters the power, there will be a local name on this system. I think it's Obeth, okay? Let me check it later. And let us move now to the latest from the Japan Meteorological Agency. They also classify these two twin low pressure system as a weak disturbance. So it's not expected to intensify as well. So here's Saudel. They're monitoring it as well and giving out warnings. Say this is also forecast to move towards the northernmost part of the Marianas, especially Agrihan Island. Now, for the latest on what does Saudel means. So it's on the column 3 of the Typhoon Committee international names. So it has been contributed by Micronesia. So Saudel is, let me check. Saudel is a Chief Saudelor's trusted guard soldier in the Federated States of Micronesia. So the next name after that is a famous tree in the Philippines, which is Naga. Now let's take a look at the multi-tracks. So they all agree that it will move on in northwest to west-northwest track. So after 5 days, it remains a question mark, a big question mark on where it will go next. It may pass here, or it may pass towards Taiwan, because the ECMWF are forecasting it to move towards Taiwan. I'm going to show to you later the very latest on that. Let me take you now to the 24-hour rainfall accumulation forecast from ECMWF. This is now the latest one, and it looks like there might be an improvement of the rain conditions over Metro Manila. It looks like it will dramatically improve for the next 24 hours. On Thursday, it will begin down to just below 10 millimeters. So this is good news for those who are seeking dry conditions over the metropolis. as well as over the western sections of Zambales. It will go down to 20 to 30 millimeters. There are some areas here still reaching a high of 40, almost 40 millimeters. So we'll see if this will be the reliable model as of this time. But if you look at the access model of the Australian government, it looks like the area of western Zambales will still have rainfall of 50 to 100 millimeters, as well as Subic Bay and western Pangasinan. There are some thunderstorms that's expected to affect Nueva Ecija as well, up to 50 millimeters. But over Metro Manila, it has been improving, and it's only producing less than 10 millimeters of rainfall. So this is good news. I hope this will be the rainfall forecast for, the rainfall accumulation for tomorrow. Okay, and then if we move forward for the next 5 days until Monday, it will become much drier over Metro Manila. But there are still some showers passing by. So it's going to be a few seconds, few minutes. The nature of Habagat or southwest monsoon is always like that. Okay, passing rains, just a few seconds, and then it's gone. The sun will shine once again. So for Monday, it's gonna be all right through the weekend until August 24. But if we move into the uncertain times, okay, when we say uncertain times, it's gonna be the forecast of more than 5 days, which is highly uncertain, and it looks like there will be a return of the southwest monsoon over western Luzon because of forecasted another cyclone forming here. Let me show to you the SMWF. There is another low pressure system that is expected to form here to the east of Batanes sometime last day of August into the first few days of September. So the southwest monsoon is still there. It's going to give us first a few days of break. Okay, so we will let you know in the coming days. So for the tracks of these LPAs, the forecast for the wind and pressure, here's the situation right now. So we have here the LPA weakening. This is Neneng, and this another one. And the southwest monsoon has migrated more to the north towards Pangasinan and Ilocos region. And we have here tropical storm Saudel. And if we move this into Thursday, the southwest monsoon will still continue, but with the lesser amounts of rainfall over western sections of Ilocos region. And we have here tropical storm Saudel. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it looks like Saudel is moving towards the west-northwest. And on Monday, it will be approaching the Philippine area of responsibility. I'm going to show to you here the line of the PAR, okay, Philippine area of responsibility. So it looks like it might enter the Philippine area of responsibility based on what we are seeing right now. Okay, so if we move this slider, I'm going to show to you on what will happen in the coming uncertain days. Looks like it's not moving anyway. So that's the forecast. It will enter PAR on Tuesday, August 25. And then it will accelerate towards the west in the general direction of Taiwan. If the track will not change, it will make landfall over northern Taiwan on August 27. But again, this is highly uncertain. There will be some changes. There will be some changes still in the coming days, so we will monitor that. And then for some uncertain days, there is another system here forming during the last day of August, and multiple systems. So we still don't know what will be the dominant tropical cyclone during the first few days of September. So we are going to monitor that after a few days. First, we are going to concentrate on Saudel. Now, for the latest from the Google DeepMind, it only shows Saudel here. The same forecast track, but on Saturday and Sunday, it might reach Category 4. And based on what we are seeing here, their forecast is around 215 kph, and then its track is over the East China Sea towards the Korean Peninsula during the last days of August. And after that, there are all scattered circles, so it's remaining uncertain, not yet sure if what will be the next cyclone. Okay, so that's from the Google DeepMind of that's from the Google AI DeepMind. Now for the ensemble of the ECMWF from easterlywave.com. There you go. This is Saudel. While there's nothing to show to you here, or nothing follows yet. But here over the Central Pacific, here's Hurricane Lala, and this is another system that might form over the edge of the Western Pacific, right over the Marshall Islands. So that's the ensemble of the ECMWF. For the wave heights, it's gonna be light to moderate over the East Philippine Sea, while the West Philippine Sea will remain rough and dangerous to small sea crafts up to 3 meters, and also some large ships will must avoid the West Philippine Sea. And for the next 5 days until Monday, the effects of the southwest monsoon will continue, reaching highs of 2.5 to 3 meters, while the rest of the Philippine Sea will slightly be lower, up to 1 meter. Over the central waters of our country will go down to around half a meter in wave heights, and suitable for fishing and sea travel. And you can see here the large swells generated by near super typhoon Saudel if the forecast will push through. Okay, so it's far away from the country. So that's the forecast until Monday, August 24. That's early next week. Now for the latest on the global topics as hazards outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, valid for the next 2 to 3 weeks. This was issued just today. You can see August 26th to September 1st, there's a 20% of a tropical cyclone formation here over the area of Guam up to the international dateline. And dry conditions will still continue of more than 80% across Papua New Guinea, Sabah, Indonesia, and more than 50% over Malaysia into southern India, including Sri Lanka. And on the third week, which is highly uncertain, September 2 to September 8, the same more than 20% tropical cyclone formation to the east of our country, up to the Marshall Islands, and drier conditions of more than 65% across Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, Malaysia, and into southern India. So this is due to the stationary Madden-Julian oscillation, which is expected to weaken in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So that's the forecast from the Climate Prediction Center of NOAA, GFS model. Now let's take a look at the Pagasa tropical cyclone threat potential, and it looks like it has been showing tropical cyclone formation. So this is now Neneng, and this is 95W. This is the forecast for August 17 to 23 until Sunday. So here's the tropical cyclone Saudel, and for week 2, this is the continuation of Saudel. And and another LPA forming here near the coastal waters of southern China, or near Hong Kong. Okay, so that's the latest from Pagasa. So that ends our update for today, Wednesday evening, and we will return on Friday for our weekend edition of our update. From Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua saying have a great week as well as upcoming weekend, and stay safe always, stay dry, and thank you so much for watching our channel. God bless to all.